Hi guys, welcome to this episode where I'd like to introduce you this lemon blue, the fourth generation of 7 Series E65 Individual. But firstly, let's talk about the fourth generation of 7 Series in general. It had debuted at Frankfurt Auto Show in October 2001 with short wheelbase 7 Series E65. Later in June 2002 was introduced long wheelbase model E66. After that, armored version E67 in September 2003. And lastly, hydrogen E68, which was modified version of the 6-liter petrol engine V12 to promote alternative source of fuel with zero emissions. There were different variations of engines, what you can see on the screen with all their spec. The fourth generation of 7 Series was actually the most high-tech and advanced BMW ever made at the time. To achieve that, they had to retool the BMW Dingolfing plant at cost of approximately €500 million. The team that designed this 7 Series with their chief Chris Bengal said, "We wanted to set the benchmark in everything." And actually they did it, despite that in the beginning this 7 Series wasn't welcomed very well by its very modern design, or like some people used to say, ugly design or Bengal butt. But right now we can say that this design aged very well. At least that's my opinion on that. Also, it changed the way of the automotive design, especially for BMW. And the first implemented iDrive was very hard to operate for some car journalists, would rather preferred some buttons on the dashboard. Well, now similar operating system is used in many modern cars. It was predictable that with the new age of computers and cell phones, the progress have to be expected even in the modern cars. And it's the shame that this 7 Series is one of the most hated 7 Series at all. But why? Maybe because of reliability, or mostly reliability, or that it was too much ahead of its time with modern design and advanced technology. For example, my favorite, what should be essential in every 7 Series or any luxury brand sedan, and many of you don't know, it's the BMW dynamic drive. So let's park it up so I can explain you how it works. This sun is driving me crazy. So we know that every car have an anti-roll bar to prevent body roll while cornering. But BMW dynamic drive, or better known active roll stabilization, in short ARS, developed by ZF company, is a revolutionary system that almost completely eliminates body roll while cornering. It uses a hydraulic servo in the middle of the anti-roll bar to actively counteract body roll. It also eliminates the biggest disadvantage of the regular anti-roll bar, which is transmitting the force of a bump or a pothole on a rough surfaces from one wheel to opposite wheel. And how it can do it? Simply, when the 7 Series is traveling in a straight line, the anti-roll bar is disconnected from one side to opposite side. So on rough surfaces, force of a bump is not transmitted between the wheels. And when ARS is coupled with electronic damper control, or better said active shock absorbers, and air suspension for the rear axle, which is top suspension option on the fourth generation of 7 Series, like this E65 has, it raises comfort that even for today's luxury standard, it's tremendous. Next interesting feature is the world's first electromechanical parking brake, with automatic stop and go function and integrated ABS. Then the first 6-speed automatic transmission ever in a production passenger car developed by ZF. And many other neat features what BMW firstly introduced, like the first BMW comfort access and soft close door options, where you can keep your key in a pocket. Where is my key actually right now? Yeah, here. So you can keep it in the pocket the whole time while you're using the 7 Series. The build quality is even better compared to the previous third generation of 7 Series E38. If we're talking about body shell of the 7 Series, roughly 90% of the sheet panels were used from higher tensile steel, where on E38 only roughly 30% of higher tensile steel were used. Or how things are designed. For example, wipers. What do you think? Why they didn't reward wipers for right-handed drive 7 Series? Almost everybody thinks because they wanted to save some money in production line. But that's not true. Or maybe partly not true. Actually, the wiper on the driver's side is designed to wipe a bigger part of the windscreen. so simply it wasn't needed. Also the washer nozzles, which are integrated in wiper arms, are heated, along with washer hoses, and even the windscreen has heating wires in wiper's rest position. Shame that they didn't continue with this design. Same applies on door brake hinge. So they really went crazy with engineering on this BMW, and it was more than 20 years ago. Even the most of today cars don't have those features. And now to this 7 Series. Several months ago I found this 7 Series advertised on Facebook Marketplace. And when I saw that spec and Le Mans blue color, I couldn't resist. It has almost everything. From comfort seats, which are very comfortable, I would say more than in my G11 7 Series, through Logic 7 sound system, to night vision. Maybe I'll disappoint you that it's got a diesel engine, but I think if you want to use it like a daily drive car, the 3-liter M57 diesel engine, which is probably one of the most reliable engines from BMW, is the right decision with today's prices of fuel. And this is the 7 Series, a big sedan for comfort cruising, not a race car. So, like I said, the 7 Series has individual options. Firstly, I thought that it's got more of individual options, but when I saw different colors on parts of interior, I said to myself, there is something wrong. After further checks of wing code through mdecoder.com, I found that this 7 Series has most of the stuff retrofitted. Like interior, before it had beige interior with sport seats, now they are comfort seats. Next, distance control, night vision, and few small bits. And somebody recolored all wood trims to black piano color. But at least it looks decently done. So maybe you're asking why after all of that I decided to buy this 7 Series anyway.
Because you are an idiot.
Shut up. Well, because
you're really idiot.
I swear one more word and you're not going to get any blueberry muffins. Well, because find the 7 Series with all that option and very nice Le Mans blue color is almost impossible, especially with diesel engine. As well, I checked all retrofitted options, if they are working. Of course, everything worked as it should, no warning lights anywhere. Even when I checked it with diagnostic tool ISTA, there were no errors regarding retrofitted options. Only what I noticed is that half of the speakers, exactly I think the left side, have no bass sound at all. But that's the common issue with Logic 7 amplifiers. What can be fixed? Not easily, but it's doable. It's worth to mention that the previous owner was very sad to sell this car. He really liked it. Even his neighbor told me that. So what do I have in plan with this 7 Series? Well, I would like to get it to perfect shape and even upgraded it with more individual stuff, like leather dashboard, leather door panels, and so on. But that is just a dream at the moment.
Hey dreamer, tell us how much did you pay for it?
You really can't keep your mouth shut, do you?
Well, I think it's important to know by how much you've been ripped off.
Well, advertised price was £7,000, but I get it for £6,400. So it's not that bad.
Well, how I see it, you're going to spend another at least 6 grand on your money pit to get it to your perfect shape. So my advice is just stick with dreaming.
No, nothing like that. We have to bring this E65 back to its glory days.
I didn't know that E65 had any glory days ever. Alright, you don't have to look at me this way. I'm going to help you, but this will cost you a lot of blueberry muffins.
Deal. So that's all for this episode, and in next one we'll take a closer look on this 7 Series and try to do some small fixes so it can pass MOT what's due in 3 days. So it's going to be a tough challenge. Thank you for watching and see you in the next episode.